When you're ready.
If you were getting ready to go to fight in battle, how would you prepare? Would you find the best armor and protection there was? I know I would. But Beowulf, on the other hand, was a little different. He went to go fight Grendel the monster with only using his hands and no protection. Then that one found out who so often before had wrought wicked evils, terrified the spirits of the race of men, waged war against God, that this time his fearsome strength would fail him. For his high-spirited foes, the kinsmen of Hygelac, held him fast by hand. Each hated the other while they both lived. The dreaded demon suffered terrible torture as his shoulder tore open. A great wood gasping as sinews sprang apart and bone locks burst. To Beowulf then was glory given in battle. Sick unto death, Grendel could only flee to the fen slopes, seek his home without joy. He certainly knew that he had reached the length of his life, his number of days. As we see, fighting was very common back in this time and culture, and so in my poem it says that waged war and was given glory in battle. This was, if they weren't fighting, the people back then wouldn't know what they were doing because that's practically all they did. But what they weren't used to was hand-to-hand, just your hand-to-hand combat. They were always having swords and shields or any protection from the gods to help them. But Beowulf went strictly using his hands to fight the Grendel monster. And as we see, he was the victor because he became the hero in battle, as it said in my poem. Hating your enemy was very predominant in the culture too. Grendel wanted Beowulf to die, and Beowulf wanted Grendel to die. But Beowulf proved Grendel wrong, and he became the victor in the situation. There are two examples of alliteration. One is sinews sprang apart, and the other is bone locks burst. As we see, Beowulf became the greatest hero he possibly could.